with what we're doing. But hey, you know what? What's the expression that Katerina Rando says? Like, keep doing what you're doing even when you don't think it's doing anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but it is we got to do one. We can I have
And you
some
guys are in
ideas
the
on that.
same zip code-ish, by the way. So you guys need to have a one-to-one in the beautiful land of your lands.
Oh, I
Okay,
did
we'll
not
do.
know.
Well, we are live, folks. Here, station
Oh,
identification. You are tuned into the ripple effect here, and I'm just gonna share this a little bit more broadly. My name's David, and I'm a video producer. And Erica is with me, my esteemed co-host. Erica, if you don't mind just telling us a little bit about you, if you want to do a check-in and introduce us to your guest today about
I do. I
how you
do.
came across Michelle and what she brings
Yeah.
to what she does.
And
Yeah.
before we get to Michelle, because we're very excited to have Michelle on, how are you, David Kirsten, wide angle media videographer? How is everything with you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm pretty well rested, so I'm happy about that. And I got my coffee, so I can't complain. We had a couple great podcasts the last hour, so I'm always happy about that. So I got a little
Yay.
spring in my step with the sun out here, so I can't complain. So,
Rebecca Galvin is amazing. She's
yeah,
the goddess of all things BNI SFBay admin and executive admin, and she's just gotten stronger and stronger over the years. So I'm so glad you got
yeah,
to.
yeah. She was great. Do check out that segment if
I
folks
will.
have we have a lot of great speakers that they've pulled together. Ivan Meisner is going to talk about his book. So it's all stuff for SF Bay members. Yeah, Ivan Meisner is going to
He's going to be our guest or your guest for Quantum
not
Leap.
on the podcast, but on the SF Bay, the BNI Mike and Don's
Oh,
speaker series.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, without further ado, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. And I am in Oakland, California, and I'm originally from New York, and I'm here on Ohlone territory, unceded land. And here's Michelle Walters, who is a hypnotherapist, and she's coming from a very unique background, and we want to hear about that. And I got to know Michelle through a couple of communities you've heard about over the years, David, and it was love at first sight. So, I really appreciate you, Michelle. Michelle's come with me to a really fun camp out with lots of musical eco people, and she found my cup with a little hypnotherapy. I was like on it. I found my beloved mug that my dad gave me that I put a sticker on here. And I was like, it was within 20 minutes, I think I found my cup after a little hypnotherapy with Michelle. It was like, find it. So welcome, Michelle. Hi.
I'm thrilled to be here. Erika is a new, not that new, but a newish and instantly bonded friend. And I'm so happy to get to be on the podcast. And yes, I was very happy. Erika invited me off to camp with her, which I wasn't quite sure what to expect. And who knew that Erika would misplace her treasured mug in the middle of camp? And I happen to have my lovely ultra comfortable hypnotherapy chair right there for Erika. So we did a little
On site.
hypnosis in the campsite, and Erika was successful at finding her mug. So one of the I don't know, less called on techniques of hypnotherapy in terms of waking up memories for lost items, but it is amongst the many things I get to work on as a hypnotherapist.
What I love about you, Michelle, is you come to hypnotherapy from a very different kind of background. And so you kind of really have your game on in terms of helping people lean in to get to know you. Like you have your podcast with Cynthia Varkavissa, and you can talk about that. You can talk about your Etsy audio file so people can, so you tell everybody about how they can tune into you and see how they vibe with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm one of these believers that you ought to be able to do an awful lot of hypnosis with yourself. And that hypnosis on your own, otherwise known as self-hypnosis, is so effective for so many things. And so because of that, I wanted to make lots of resources available for people and to teach about hypnosis and that kind of a thing, so that sort of, the folks with ordinary run-of-the-mill hypnosis, easily treatable kinds of things could get some easy help. And so I talk about hypnosis a lot on my podcast. I have a podcast with my friend and Erica's friend, Cynthia Varkevisser. My podcast is called Mind Power Meets Mystic. And we talk to a lot of people, we do a lot of things, but some of the episodes are exclusively about hypnosis. Like this week is all about behavior changes with hypnosis. So it's a great one to tune into if somebody wants to learn a little bit more about that. I also have a bunch of products on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in those, you can go to etsy.com and search Mind Power Junkie, because that's me and that's my Insta handle. And I have all kinds of products there.
Give some examples of what's on there, Michelle, because people
Oh yeah,
can go there for
weight loss, for sleep, for anxiety. I think I have like 20 or more products on. I have hair pulling on my Etsy website, exercise more. Lots of different products there. And those products are only $15. So it's a great way to be able to instantly download something, get relaxed, listen to it, see if you like my voice, see if that helps you get things done. And oh, and I have a free event. Every month I have a free event. It's online. Everyone is welcome. It's called Nourish and Flourish. And Nourish and Flourish is on a Friday at noon. It's a 45-minute session where I take the group who shows up for this free Zoom event through hypnosis on a very general topic that makes everybody feel good. So like January was new beginnings, February was love, just general love. I got to be
part of one of your classes a few weeks ago.
Yes, and then every now and then I have classes. Erika got to do a class with me about making more friends, and I'm doing an upcoming class on SOS, stop overeating sugar. And I don't know what'll come up after that, but I put on little classes as well. Those are just from time to time. So there we go. Erika is showing us something. Oh, it's the advertisement for our class.
yeah, for a class that we did at the beginning of February in preparation for Valentine's Day. And
Yes.
It was so much fun. And did you get lots of good feedback after that was over about what we did, or requests for more?
I did. You know, I have so much fun putting on those courses. I like putting on these courses with a little bit of conscious, what I kind of call the conscious component of it, the first part of the class, and then the second part of the class being the hypnosis part. And it's an easy and nice format, and I love doing it. That's probably why I have another class or two on the agenda.
I feel inspired by you, Michelle, by your just churning it out and offering these things, and you're attracting the people you want to attract. And so do you want to give us a little background history about how you came to your own hypnotherapist seat?
Sure. So
kind of fun.
before this, I worked in digital marketing. And people often are like, digital marketing to hypnosis. And I'm like, it's the same thing. It's just now, instead of working with big audiences, I'm often working with one-to-one audiences. But at the end of the day, I'm a very creative person and I'm a very persuasive person. And I'm outstanding at helping people connect to their strengths. And so that's really what I love to do. And most of that work right now is one-to-one work with clients, as well as these various products and projects I'm on. But in the future, I'll also be offering group things. And then at some point, more leadership training, because that's the
where you're going.
I feel called to go. Yeah.
That's so exciting. That's so exciting. You're going to get to be having a deep dive on leadership very soon. And so anyway, we've been yapping. David, do you have anything you want to jump in and say? Because we want to give you some airspace.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of that stuff just kind of takes on its own momentum when you find stuff that resonates with folks. But, I know Erika is almost a bit of a expert in some of this stuff, hypnotherapy and some things through some of the things she does, which are related. But for somebody who's kind of coming at hypnotherapy new, um, what can this stuff do for you? What types of techniques that you offer can help people in this environment? I know we had a guest on last week talking about ADHD, or, kind of a key issue out there right now is how to stay focused, how to stay motivated and all this noise to get the stuff done and kind of live the life that you want to live, and
Yeah, I actually
notwithstanding all
think
this
that's
stuff.
going to be my next class after
Yeah.
sugar focus, because
Yeah.
it is a massive problem for people. I work with people doing all kinds of stuff. I work with people to change behaviors. Two popular things right now are eating less sugar and drinking less. A lot of people seem to want to cut back on their drinking, and a little bit of support in hypnosis is very effective. I also work with people on phobias, fear of heights, fear. I recently did, or 2 years ago, I did fear of bumblebees. It was a curious one. And I also work with people who are sort of having other kinds of anxiety problems. People who have unknown anxiety, don't know where it comes from, as well as specific anxieties, like had several clients for driving, who are
Driving
afraid
fear.
to drive across the bridge, but boyfriend lives across the bridge. Well, we got to work on that.
Yeah, it's what I love about your explaining how hypnotherapy works is, this idea, and I don't do hypnotherapy, David. I do when I guide people, I slow my voice down and I get into a sort of following the river. That's from my Hakomi lens. Um, and hypnotherapy helps you to activate your own unconscious to go where you want to go. How does that explanation sound, Michelle?
Yeah, that's right. We've now learned that hypnotherapy sort of dials down certain parts of the brain. And when the brain has those sectors dialed down, people are more open to their intuition, they're more open to change, they're more open to suggestion. And so it's a fantastic mind state to be able to catalyze change.
Yeah, we're actually talking about this book that I'm putting out earlier about which intends to help people kind of get on the path to achieving their goals. And one of the key things in there is a psychological barrier called the terror barrier that really, fear and this uncomfortability when we step out of our comfort zone. And that's what I see hypnotherapy is a key thing about how to get through that uncomfortability, that you need somebody to kind of work with on that stuff. And Corey agreed. I know Erica agrees with this, but these fears that people have, um what kind of fears, like, maybe it's like a business fear or so it sounds like the process you use, you can pretty much help people conquer the fear of anything. Is that right? Or
Yeah, I don't know if I can conquer the fear of anything. What really matters in hypnosis is if my client believes that they can overcome something. If they think they can overcome it, then I can add the extra juice that helps them to overcome it. If they think it's beyond them, hypnotherapy won't work. But hypnotherapy is really effective, not just for sort of things that you would put into the personal category, like maybe driving anxiety, but it's also really helpful for professional things. So I have a program that I do from time to time, hypnosis for sales, where people who are a little hesitant about doing all those reach outs, making all those calls, knowing, while you want to believe every one of them will win, you realize maybe some of them won't. Hypnosis for sales is wonderful at kind of helping you chill out, visualize success, visualize resiliency, so that when you get on the phone, you start making those calls, boom, 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 you come from the right place.
Yeah, it's like really, and then that's an interesting point that not everybody is hypnotizable, and it sounds like there's an interesting way to check for your hypnotizability.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are ways that when I'm working with someone, I ascertain that they are showing me the right signs that they will be hypnotizable. Most people, something like 90% of people, are hypnotizable to some degree. Some people are very hypnotizable, some people kind of medium. And then every now and again, there are people who are not. But most of those people don't come talk to me. They don't come to me. So I don't, most of the people that I meet are people who have an ability to visualize, who want to make the change, and that's where we start.
Yeah, it's very cool. So it's like for people who are tuning in who are not new to hypnotherapy, they are new to hypnotherapy, and they go, "Oh yeah, you know, this is different than party tricks. This is like, what is it that you are going towards, and you have barriers to achieve what it is you're going towards, and it's like you'd like a little leg up or a big leg up
Mhm.
towards this book that's out in our field right now, 10x is better than 2x. Like, how would you talk about how hypnotherapy 10x's you? It like helps you really exponentialize your
Well, I
what
haven't read the book yet, although I keep hearing about it, so I probably need to.
yeah.
Hypnotherapy can really do is prevent some of those limiting beliefs. Because when you are in a state where you are much more open to suggestion, open to possibilities, well, that is massive in terms of believing that, hey, instead of just getting one new client, why not get 9 more, right? It helps you believe that more is possible. And that's really important in today's world where, yeah, we have the uplifters, but we also have all the down players, and somehow we all have to figure out how to coexist in this crazy landscape.
Exactly. Support in the crazy landscape. Absolutely. Because if you're not somehow triggered or activated or experiencing some kind of trauma, you probably are just not getting out of bed. You have a bed to get out of, and yeah. But I feel like there's such a need for support right now. And this is a beautiful way to receive. And it could be one session, it could be 3 sessions, it could be coming to Michelle's classes that are very low cost, or attending or tuning in by Etsy. Like, how easy have you made it? So I think it's like,
I tried to make it really easy.
yeah. And are you also on some other like audio way to tune in? Is that an additional
Yeah,
thing?
actually, I just checked my stats. I've been recording for an app called Aura. It's an app you get on your phone. And as of today, just today, I have 201,000 plays of my recordings on Aura.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
So somebody's listening.
Somebody is listening. That's so cool. And what a beautiful, easy way to tune into your goodness and your medicine. So
Thank you.
yeah, really. So your website, Michelle, is
MichelleWalters.net. And
your
if you are interested in my stuff and my products, you'll find all of that on my website. If you are curious about what it would be like to do one-to-one hypnosis with me, or if I work on people with whatever you're interested in, there's a button right there at the top that says book a consult, and we will find a time for a Zoom call.
Okay,
fabulous.
perfect. Yeah, we'll put those links, and um we're big believers in these tools on this show about how to kind of use it for health benefits, use it for business. So you're one of the few that doing this to this level that I don't know anybody else like you in the Bay Area who's doing all these things around um, classes and things around hypnotherapy. So that's exciting stuff. Thanks, Erica, for bringing her on. And I look forward to checking out your podcast too. If you have any shows upcoming or classes, feel free to share them with us. And we'd love to have you back on to check in on some of the new stuff that you got going, maybe in the fall. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate this opportunity. It's been lots and lots of fun.
Okay,
Yay,
great. We'll
awesome.
sign off here from the Ripple Effect. Oh, do you have something else you want to say, Erica?
Oh, one thing I could just get in is if you are connected to a school or teacher or principal, this is the final week for this round of the Whole Kids Foundation Garden Grant. So talk to me and we'll help you get your garden grant in. Just message me or reach out to me through my website, and we'll get you connected and hopefully get your grant in before the deadline. So happy to do that.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to
Yeah.
put the link to your website about how to get in touch with you, Erica, if somebody wants to
Yeah,
talk
I'll,
about a
I'll give
garden
you
grant.
the way to just schedule a chat, and maybe even, to chat by Facebook Messenger, because that's really easy for us to get connected real quick.
Okay, perfect. Well,
Okay,
we'll
thanks
leave it
again, you
there.
guys.
Thanks everyone for joining us on the Ripple Effect here.